Okay. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sabah Iqbal, and thank you, Mr. Goha, for the introduction part. I'm serving here as a lecturer in the Department of Mathematics. And like Mr. Goha just mentioned, I joined in spring 2020 as a regular faculty member over here in the Department of Mathematics. So now, let's just go through the agenda items that we will cover in this session. So in this session, we'll talk about the introduction to Moodle, then how to access Moodle and Moodle homepage, how we can update the students list on Moodle through our Empower, how we can update the attendance from the Empower, and share the class content files like the lecture notes or books with your students, and then how we can import Moodle from other Moodle courses or other classes. If you are, for example, teaching the same section and you have like two classes of the same course, then how we can import from the other section, we are going to learn in today's session. And then creating activities, how we can just create activity like a quiz or assignment, and then in the end we'll talk about briefly about the push notifications. So why Moodle? Have you ever thought about what Moodle stands for? So Moodle is basically Moodle stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. That I have just searched for it yesterday. We were using this as a learning management system, but I just searched about it, that what actually Moodle stands for. So it's Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. So it's the learning management system and for online learning that we use here at FCCU. And we can create our online courses, course structures, and curriculum for our courses on Moodle. And it is an open source platform designed to facilitate online learning and course management. And Moodle serves as a virtual classroom where you can access course materials, where students can submit their assignments in the soft form, where we can take online quizzes. We can engage with the students, they can engage with their peers and their instructors, and all from the comfort of your mobile screen or from your computer screen. And it facilitates and encourages communication in forums and discussions. So this is a brief introduction to Moodle. Then how you can access Moodle. So you can simply access the web page that the link is given to you. It is highlighted, as you can see over here. That is teammoodle.fccollege.edu.pk. This is the login ID that you will just enter. And then once you just enter this URL, you will get to this home page. That is the Moodle homepage. And then now you can log in from this option. Once you click on the login button, then you can use the Moodle assigned credentials that are, I hope, that is assigned to the new faculty, the Empower credentials and the Moodle credentials. You can simply just enter your username and password for that. And after logging in, like this is the Moodle homepage that will appear in your courses. Okay, and now you can see at the top bar, there are three options: Empower, SIS, Syllabus Template, and Moodle Facts. These are the three options. It means you can integrate to your Empower through the Moodle course homepage. And similarly, from Empower, there is an option of logging into Moodle. In the Empower main menu, you can you can simply log into the Moodle homepage, and from Moodle you can go to the Empower, and on Empower you are given with the list of registered students in your courses. Okay, so this option is very important, the syllabus template, the course outline, that is very important for the new faculty, because in the first week we just upload the course outline and the syllabus template for our courses, and we try to share it in the short form with our students on Moodle. So this is the syllabus course template that CLT has provided us with, and you can see it. The instructions are there, course name. This is the main page for your course outline template. And like, for example, I am teaching the course. This is the syllabus and course outline template for one of my courses, that is numerical computing. The course code is there if it has any prereq, and then the what is the course type? Is it a general education course? Is it a core course? That we can see from the course catalog. And the student meeting hours, that I think every faculty must mention the student meeting hours, office hours in the course outline, a note from the instructor, course contact. So this is the very first page of the outline. I will be sharing the file of syllabus template as well with the CLT team, so they can share it with you later on. Okay, so once you just log into the Moodle homepage, then you can see these are the courses. Since I have joined from spring 2020, so you can see my list that appears from here in the Moodle homepage from there. And once you click the dashboard option, or okay, the my courses option, if you just don't want to look at the previous semester courses and you are interested in the current semester courses, then on the left side there is an option of my courses that will lead to the current courses. Okay, so these are the courses, and you can simply, once you, I have, for example, I have just taken one of my previous courses so that I can make changes, and my current courses are not going to be disturbed. So this is the course page of one of my courses, that is the that I just taught in summer 2021, that is pre-calc and trigonometric section C, that is math 101. So the very first option, once you enter to your respective course, the very first option that you will do is turn on this, click on this settings option. This is available on the extreme right side, top corner, extreme right side. This is the settings option, the general settings option, like a wheel option. Once you click it, then there is turn editing on option. So always the very first step, once you just once you enter your course page, is the turn editing on. You always have to make sure that you are your editing on option is available and you have turned it to the editing on option. Otherwise, you cannot edit the changes. Okay, so turn editing on. Then how to update the very first agenda, that once we enter our course homepage, and how to update the participants list. On the left side, the top left corner, there is participants list. For example, for many of you who are teaching their first semesters, you might have seen that in the Empower list, or the students, since batch 2 students have already have also added, like the vice rector just mentioned in one of the emails, 250. So we have to accommodate that students as well. But on Moodle, they are not added on the same day. So you can manually enroll that student. You can simply see from your Empower the most updated list. You can simply observe that what is the most recent, most updated list of the registered students, and then you can simply update it on Moodle. Might be possible many students are missing, or there are some extra students who are not officially registered in your courses, you can simply, after turn editing on, there is a participants option. Once you click that on the left side, it will lead to this participants list, that what are your participants in the Moodle course page. If you see, for example, there are some students who are mentioned in your Empower list but not mentioned in your Moodle list, you can simply manually add the participant by selecting this option, that is enroll user. That is on the extreme right side under the general settings option, that is enroll users. Once you click that, you can simply enroll a user, student roll number or name, and like you can see over here, I have added just myself, and just you can enter the name and you can enter the roll number. It is up to you, and the role which you will be adding the role as a student. So you can add it. If you see extra student, you can simply delete that extra student. Okay. So this is how you update your Moodle participants list. You always have to match from your Empower list, because Empower gives you the officially registered students list. Okay. Then how to make your course homepage more attractive to students, more engaging towards your students. What I do, I usually mention my office hours or my class details with the students. So I usually represent that information on the first homepage of the course. So this is the general settings option that you can just find in the middle, and below the main title, this is the general settings option that you can see over here, a V-like option. If you just recall, a V-like option, this settings option was available on the extreme right side that we did in the very first step. We just clicked it, and it just took it to the turn editing on option. And now you can simply click that option, and now you can see there is a general section name. You can, if you just want to name it like any section, that is a general section that is in the front row that is available. And summary, what I did, I have copied this material from my course outline, one of my course outlines, and I have just from my pre-calculus course outline spring 2022, and I have just copied this much information: email ID, office ID, student meeting hours. So that is available in front of all the students. So I have just cropped the image and pasted it over here, and then you can make save. You can just click on the option that is save changes, and this is now how your Moodle course homepage looks like. Then you can simply add the course outline, course trailer in the general settings option. I will be telling you how to insert the PDF files, how to simply add any course content into your section. So the next step is sharing class content file with the students. How to do that? There is an option that you will see with every tile. This is the tile. Even you can edit the name of the tile. By default, it is the Moodle course homepage. By default, it is mentioned week 1, week 2, week 3. What I usually do, I simply edit it with the topic name. Instead of week-wise distribution, I just write what we usually do in like week 1. For example, in week 1, you just did the topic, the title of the topic is partial, so I just press the editing button, and then you can write the your topic name. And then how to add some content to your respective tile. Simply add this. There is always an option with every tile. There is an option. Okay, it's my cursor. Okay, cursor just got stuck. Okay, there is an option that is add an activity or a source. So plus sign is available over here. So you can simply add that. Click the button that is add an activity or a source. Once you click that, there is a list of different options. Quiz, Turnitin assignment, workshop, book, file, folder, label, page URL. For example, like I just want to share a PDF file of my lecture notes with my students. So I will just click on the option file, and then I will press the button add, and this will lead to this window. It will appear like this. So adding a new file to partial differentiation, since I have named my tile, with every tile, like week-wise tiles are given, there is an option of editing. I will show you in the Q&A session. Once I just log in to the web page, then I will show you there as well. Name, lecture notes. I'm just adding the lecture notes to this to this style, that is partial differentiation, and I am just adding the lecture notes for first week lecture notes, like partial derivatives or PDF file. You can simply, like, you insert the files, you attach the files in your email. The simple option is there, the leftmost option. Once you click that, you can simply add the file. So this is how your file is going to be inserted in the respective tile. Okay, so the next option is how to import a file from other. For example, that is helpful if you are teaching the same course to more than one sections. So this option is really helpful, because every time you cannot simply attach the file. It is very time taking. Attach a video lecture or attach the lecture recording, it is somehow time taking. Then you can simply avoid it by this option of importing. Again, click on the settings option, the very first option which you just clicked in the start for turn editing on. Look, since I just clicked on the turn editing on, so now turn editing off option is available. So every time you just log out for some time, every time you need to make it turn editing on. So this is the option of import. I am, let's suppose, importing some files from my previous semester courses. How to do that? Click on the option import. Okay. And then it will lead to this window. Let's suppose you can simply name that in the given multivariate calculus or summer, spring. So I want to import it from 2021 fall. So I have just entered that. Click that option and continue. So make sure all the checkbox, these are just selected, and then next. Okay, what I need to import, I just need to import the first week section from my previous semester. That is partial differentiation. I don't want to right now import the next week's like week 2, week 3 topics and their files and lecture notes. So I am just focusing on this. So simply select this, and rest now you can uncheck, and then this is how, once you select that, this is how it's to be after saving the changes. Partial differentiation, that you can see tick marks, and all other options will be crossed out from the list. And then perform import, that is perform import, and then import complete. Click continue to return to the course. It will hardly take a minute to import even video lectures of heavy sizes, the PDF files of heavy size, that usually takes, I think, more than 5 minutes to do so. So that importing option will definitely save your time. Okay, so this is how, look, you can see that tile was empty. Now I have imported it from my previous semester, like 2021 fall. I have imported that from my previous semester. This is import. You can the lecture recording link, which usually takes 3 to more than 5 minutes. So that is how it is imported. Now, next option. Next option is how you create a Moodle quiz. So that option is helpful for taking the online quizzes. Add an activity or resource. For example, in week 2, you want to take your first quiz. You can simply select the week 2 tile, and then in the week 2 tile, just simply select that option, that is add an activity or resource. For every single thing which you are adding, like adding a file, adding a video lecture, adding a URL, adding any activity, you have to select that option is always available on the right side of every tile, plus sign, with plus sign, add an activity or resource. Add an activity or resource is the first step. Second step, you will see this huge list. Select the option. For example, for importing the files, what you were doing, you were focusing on the option file. So you had earlier selected the file option from this. Now, from this list of options, you will, for creating an online quiz, you will be selecting the quiz. That is the second. After adding an activity or resource, the second step is selection of this quiz option. Third is add. So you can see quiz category has now been added. You can rename it. Like, I just want to rename it like quiz 2, quiz 1. It is up to you. You can name as per your topics, or by the day description, the date or the deadline, or the timing. You can simply give the description, and always select display description on course page. If you would like to add some description, you have to select this option as well, display description or course page. Like if it is scheduled on next Monday, I can simply notify the students as well that I'll be telling you by turning on my Moodle account. Okay. So save and return to course. This is how your Moodle is going to be created. Now, what are the details, how a Moodle is created, that like Mr. Goha just told in the introduction, that we will be taking another session to do so, and also for the grading as well. Okay. So quiz 2 has now been created. If I just want, I can even hide it from my students. Right now, if I have created it earlier, it is scheduled on Monday, I can simply hide the tile from students, and I can show it to the students on Monday at that time. Then editing option is available, and then in editing option, you can select show the tile. Or right now it is hidden from students, you can simply select the timing for that as well. Okay. So now creating an assignment, how to create, because usually what we prefer, this is, I think, the required need, that we don't rely on taking just hard copies of the assignments. There are so many students, like 35 is the approximate I think attendance of one class. So it takes lot of assignments from one class. There are a lot of assignments. So what we usually do, we take the soft copy assignments. What we prefer, we take them in the form of soft copy. That is convenient, feasible to every instructor. So like for our mathematics department, for our quizzes, we take it in the hard form in person in classes, and for assignments we usually take it in the short form. So how to create that? Add an activity or a source. Again, there is a list of options. You have to select assignment, add the assignment, and then this window will appear. Assignment name, you can simply give the assignment title of it, or any topic name which you want to just mention. Description, the due date you can mention, and simply, if that is common to all the class, you can simply attach the file as well. But if you have attached them via email, and that is different to the class students. Then what you can do, that in the description you can mention that the assignment is emailed to all the students, and you can simply check your emails. Okay, so now you can see the assignment has now been created, and we can even specify the timings as well. And now let's suppose I want to bring it into the notice of students. I want to notify students that assignment has been uploaded on Moodle, or it has been sent to them via email. So instead of emailing to the students, it takes a lot of time. You can simply use the option of notifications. You, for every activity, if you have uploaded any notes, you can simply notify your students instead of emailing it individually or to all class, doing this separate task. What you can do, once you are uploading something, notify the students, because you have already updated the participants list from the very start of the course. So what you can do, you can simply press this option edit, and in the edit category, you can see these several options. At the end, notifications option is available. Press this notifications option. And then students enrolled in this course, 37. So, okay, students, no groups or groupings. We have not created any groups. What I usually do, I notify to all students enrolled in this course. For any activity, if I am uploading something, how do I notify them? I simply make use of this Moodle notifications option. Notify students enrolled in this class. All students are going to be notified through this. And then content, assignment 1. So message from your Moodle server from FC College University is going to be shared with them. And if you want to add any additional comments regarding that notification, that do study these lecture notes before next class, or if you are uploading anything, if you assignment is uploaded, the submission deadline is you have to upload your assignment on Moodle before this deadline. So you can mention any additional comments, what is the requirement of your course or your particular activity. So this is how you can make use of the push notifications option on Moodle. And I thank you all for attending this session. And for any questions or queries, you can also email me. And I think we have time. Let me just see. There are more than 20 minutes, so we can utilize this time in the Q&A session.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sabha. We have our Moodle administrator, Ms. Rafia, with us as well. So if you have any questions, you can raise your hand. I see Ms. Mavish Patur. I'll unmute the person, and then you can ask the questions, or you can type them in the chat box as well, and I'd speak them out.
Yeah, so I just
Do we
wanted
have
to
any
ask.
questions, Ms. Mavish?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ms. Mavish.
Okay, so I think you just mentioned that there will be another session related to the quiz, Moodle quiz.
Yes.
I had a question related to that. Another one, there are some options like workshop on the options where we add an activity. So has anybody tried those, and how we can incorporate these in our lectures?
Thank you, Ms. Mavish. I can simply log into the Moodle homepage, and we can just, I think, clarify our queries on that. If it is okay, Ms. Mavish. Is it okay if I just log into the Moodle homepage so I can just clarify it? Yes, I have tried several other options like forums and discussions on once we were having the online classes, then I use that option. forums, activities. So that option was also helpful. That can for students virtually in a classroom. Let me just open my page and share my screen. Okay. Okay. So can you see my screen now? Let me just go to the fall. I think this is the fall semester. We can. So every one of you, can you see my Moodle course homepage? Now this is for the current semester, that is CSE is 320 course, numerical computing course for this fall. What I have done, I just took this material from my course outline. I cropped this material and then put it in front of all the students. So once they open their course page, at least the office hours are available. And what I have done so far, the course outline that is always available, uh, the books and the week one contents are available. Now I'll be adding the week 2 sections. Okay, so for that part, let me just, the very first option, turn editing on, that we have to do. Like Miss Mavis just, okay, so week 2. This is the week 2. Now I can rename the tile like, but we did in today's class. Okay. So add an activity or the resource, and then I have made use of this option forum. I have not used the workshop option. I think we can use it, but forum, I can create this forum, add, and forum name, class participation questions, class participation questions. I can simply add any class participation, and then I can forum type that you can select standard forum for general use, a general simple discussion. We can simply add a question that we just want to virtually ask from all of our students that is outside our regular course of study. So we can simply do that. And Q&A forum, standard forum displayed in a blog-like format. I generally use standard forum for general use. So you can do that. And then attachments and word count. If there is any attachments, you can attain the maximum limit for that for every file. So there is no problem while uploading any file for that. And then you can simply add the file for it. If you can, I can just add the question from today's, the practice question, and students can simply submit in this forum. And that discussion, you can, that is totally up to you. You can make this discussion open to every student, so that if a student does something regarding the method practice question, other students can take help. If it is not a marked assignment, all students can take help from this. Or if you just want to make it, each person post one discussion like this, you can simply select this option. So that is also helpful. I have used this forum in online teaching and that was really helpful for engaging the students in the class activities, in classroom discussion, because every time we cannot do every activity in the class, or if some question is not completed in that time slot of 50 minutes, then we can simply ask that or save and return to course. This is how the class forum discussion, we can save this option, but right now since I can cancel it. Okay, so, and Miss Mavish could be through the option, there was a blue button. Miss Mavish, I have not used this workshop option. Okay, can you hear me? Because that was not for our major, so I have not used it. Workshop option.
Thank you, Ms. Sabha. We have,
Any other?
yes, we do have another comment, I would say question in the chat. If we have time, can we discuss about the setting of the Moodle gradebook?
Okay. I think there is a separate session for that. Yes.
Dr. Mir, we have a separate session in the coming month, and I would suggest you please register for that. It will be a detailed session.
Okay. Miss Mavish, I think you were asking something that was relevant to quiz. So can you ask the question?
Meanwhile, I'll quickly launch the polling, and you are all requested to please respond to that.
Yeah, Ms. Sabha, that's okay. I will attend the another session which is related to the grade book. So I think I'll get my answers there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your answer.
Do we have any other questions or any comments? Please feel free to raise your hand, or you can mention your questions and comments in the chat box.
Hello. So I
Yes,
just had one
Miss
suggestion
Manish.
regarding the workshop option. Yeah, right. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. So I just had one suggestion, Ms. Abha, regarding the URL option. Maybe that workshop option. Maybe that could happen actually through that URL option. That's just a suggestion. I'm not expert, so I'm not. I don't know. Second, I just want you to repeat that process of actually updating your homepage with your intro, which you actually just mentioned, but I just kind of skipped that. So could you please do that again? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mavish. The intro, let me just share my screen again and take you to the intro part. Yeah.
I see more than 18 participants, and a lot of not responded to the polling sessions. Requested to please do so.
Okay, Miss Mavish, are you talking about this agenda items, the introduction part? Yes. I think Miss Mavish from pharmacy department, she was asking something regarding, she missed the introduction part. Okay, so Moodle, let me just introduce you again briefly to Moodle. Okay. Why Moodle? Okay, Moodle stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. This is the learning management system that we use here at FCCU. This is the learning management platform.
No,
And
I'm
okay.
sorry to interrupt you. No, it's not about the introduction. The place where you just pasted your own intro regarding your office hours and everything on the homepage of the Moodle. I
Okay,
wanted to ask about that. Yeah, that office.
okay,
I'm
I
sorry
got
for
it.
the
Thank you.
confusion.
No problem, no problem. I will take you to that part. After logging in, okay. So turn editing on option is there. The very first step you will do, you will click that settings option on the extreme right side, the turn editing on option. And once you do that, okay. This is the general settings option that you will see in front of you in every Moodle course. So this is the wheels, I call it general settings option or wheel option is available. So you can simply select that. And once you select that, this is the general settings that will appear in front of you. Section name is general. That is by default, it is general. So I never change it. That is general, make it a general section. Summary, what I did, I have just cropped this section from my course outline and I have pasted it over here from my outline from Word, or even if you want to write it something, you can simply write it. Or if you want to insert some image for it, you can simply do that. I have just attached it as an image file. So that is in front of all students. So then save changes. So you will first select, let me just recall again. You will select this general settings option, the wheel option, and then after that section name, by default it is general, and then the image file and save changes. And this is how now your course homepage appears to be. Is it clear, Ms. Mavish?
Yes.
And I'm sorry if I have missed any questions in the chat because I was not focusing on the chat part. Let me see. Let us see if there is something.
I think so. We don't have any more comments or questions. Thank you so much, Ms. Sabah Iqbal, for your time and for basically conducting this session. The certificates will be emailed to you within the next 3 to 4 working days, and we'll also share the recording and the post webinar material with you as well. Thank you so much, everyone. We just end this now.